So today I'm going to explain the process of digestion or the digestive system. The digestion or the digestive system is mainly categorized in some phases like ingestion, when we enter the food in our mouth, the digestion, the process in which we undergo, then it goes to absorption, assimilation, and then ingestion. It will be egestion. It will be start with E. So now I am going to start the process. So when we enter the food into the mouth, the food gets chewed up with the teeth, and our salivary gland secretes salivary amylase that get merged with the food. It get mixed with the food and create a bolus, and our tongue help the bolus to push into the esophagus. Esophagus is also known as food pipe. This esophagus do peristaltic movement to push the food downward into the stomach. Now stomach contain HCl, mucus and pepsin. So now we have a question that HCl is very concentrate acid. If it create a harm, it is also harmful for our skin. So how it can be present in a stomach, because it's a sensitive area? Because our stomach contain a mucus layer inside its membrane. It contain a mucus layer. So the HCl cannot affect the lining or the wall of the stomach. So if our mucus layer get disrupted or get destroyed, then HCl can make big holes in our stomach that can create liver cirrhosis or any other problems. Then the food enter into the stomach. The HCl kill the bacteria that present in that food or kill the bacteria that present in the stomach. It boosts the pepsin to release pepsinogen to digest protein. And we know what is mucus. It give a layer to the stomach so that it do not get eroded by the acidic HCl. Then the food get transferred to this part, which is known as duodenum. Duodenum is a part of small intestine. Small intestine is categorized in three parts: duodenum, jejunum and ileum. So within that, duodenum is one of the part. So then the food enter into this part, which is called duodenum. Then our liver secrete bile. Bile is a yellowish, greenish yellow substance that is secreted by liver, and it gets stored in the gallbladder. Gallbladder is right here, as we can see the green one. It's a small one, but yeah, the bile gets stored in the gallbladder, and then it get added to the food in the duodenum. So we all know that stomach, when the food enter into the stomach and mixed with the saliva, it formed a bolus. But when the food enter into the stomach and get semi digested, it is known as chyme. So then in duodenum, the bile get added to the food that contain in duodenum, and the pancreas. So pancreas secrete lipase, trypsin and pancreatic amylase. So pancreatic amylase help to neutralize the acidic food to the neutral pH, which is 7. Pancreas has trypsin. So trypsin helps to break down the protein, and we have lipase that is secreted by pancreas that break down the fat. Then the food enter into the this small intestine. Now it enter to ileum part of the small intestine. So in this ileum we have a finger-like projection called villi. So villi have some blood capillaries that help to absorb the food into the blood. So before that, when the food is in the intestine, in the part of duodenum, then the food get broken down into simplest form, like the fat is converted to fatty acid, the protein is converted to amino acid, and glucose is converted to glycogen. So then this is converted to simplest form. So now it is easy for the villi that present in the ileum to absorb the fully digested food into the blood. So the villi present in the ileum digest the not digest, they absorb the digested food into the blood. Then we go to large intestine. The food then transported to large intestine. So large intestine also do peristaltic movement. As we can see, there are many curves in it that helps the food to pass through the peristaltic movement, and then it gets stored in the rectum, and then it finally excrete through anus. So this is our process digestion. Thank you.